Yeah, Billy. How you like that? Game one. Went in there and punched him in the mouth in the Staples Center, which they don't have no business being in. I told you that the other night. They don't need to even be in the Staples Center. They need to be over at the Coliseum somewhere playing basketball, not the Staples Center. We know we reserve that for big time players. But we're not gonna bring that up right now. But yeah, busting them in the mouth. Game one.
You know what, Walt? I'm so first and foremost, man. Shout out to the Mavs tonight for getting a big W, man. I'm just over here. Walt, are you familiar with this type of stuff? Are you
What's
familiar
that?
with this?
What we
Are you familiar with this type of
got?
stuff?
Yeah. So,
Yeah,
all that.
it's a listen. It's great. It's really great. It's really great for whatever people like to barbecue. They enjoy hot dogs, hot links, pork steaks, what have you.
Yeah, yeah.
But tonight, only tonight. This is a Luka Doncic special. This is the Sweet Baby Ray's Hawaiian Luka Doncic style barbecue sauce that we have out here for the people. There's all types
Hmm.
of barbecue chicken going on, and yeah, man, huge,
They say
huge,
they say
huge.
they say you got to step back when you put that on the meat.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
You got to step back.
yeah. As soon as you do, hold on. Hey, bring my charger for my battery for my computer. I don't want my computer to die. Yeah, see how little hating things happen. My computer just gave me a message. It wants to die. I'm gonna make sure it's charged up. But we got that taken care of. Also, Walt, this might. I mentioned it to the people earlier. This might be something that's necessary. Excuse the dirt on it and everything. We we
Is it?
might.
Do you have a broom to? Do you have a broom to give the implications that there might be a sweep happening?
Listen. This is the
Oh,
motion
come
right
on,
here.
man.
This is the
Come on.
because you saw what I put on the post earlier today, man. Mavs and foe, man. Mavs and foe. And I'm gonna tell you why. I know it seems super optimistic. I know it seems like hype beasting and all that stuff. But Walt, I told you before this series started, the Mavericks. I called for the Mavs to win in seven because I didn't know that they would be consistent enough to do it. But this Mavs team is better than the Clippers. I'm telling you
Whoa.
why I know this. We're better than the Los Angeles Clippers. The
Okay.
Clippers have more quote unquote star power. If you want to look at Kawhi Leonard and Paul George, and you want to look at playoff Rondo, all those different things, the Mavs don't have the equal star power. But what the Mavs have is cohesion. They have the better coach. And Walt, we're gonna get into it later, but I mentioned it to you just the other night on the show. Less than what was it? Less than 48 hours ago, Walt. I told you on air. I said, man, the biggest thing is not going to be Luka Kawhi. They're going to cancel each other out. Paul George caught on fire a little bit in the second half. KP was pretty much non-existent. We'll get to him later. But those guys are going to cancel each other out. I said it was going to be the other guys. And I said the biggest thing to worry about was how the coaching worked. Rick Carlisle out coached Ty Lue all around that floor tonight. And I
He
told you it
did.
was going to happen. I
He
told you it was
did.
going to happen.
You did tell me that. You did tell me that, and we saw a good education of that.
Oh,
Mavs
yeah.
for sure.
Good education.
We got some good comments coming in right now. I'm liking what I'm seeing. Let's see. I knew my Mavericks were taking game one, but we will need KP on our other game. If he could average 15. Hey, guess what? He gave you 14 tonight. He gave you 14 tonight. So
He was off
that's
by
why
one.
yeah, he was off by one, so that's good. Oh, look at that. Look at that. You got somebody here. Steven says sweep. Sweep. He I don't know if he's got props up like you do. I don't know. It seems like the job that you got might be paying you a little bit too much money. You got all these props coming up now.
Hey man, hey, listen. It's just a simple Dollar Tree broom, man. That's all it is. A Dollar Tree dustpan, and that's about all I'm using on those lowly Clippers, man. That's about all I'm using. I'm not using my high end stuff for them tonight.
Give Carlisle credit yet? Yep, Billy just did that. He did that.
Yep,
Yes, sir. Big time coach in the playoffs. Yep,
yep.
that he did do that. He did that. Yeah, I you know what? We don't even need to say more. Let's get to the highlights of this thing. Let's get to the as they like to call it, the meat and potatoes of this thing right here. Look at that, KP. Well, he got it going early. He got it going early, Billy. He did get it going early. A lot of Rick Carlisle love tonight. Coach Rick is a beast. Ty Lue has no chance tonight. Yeah. A lot of Rick Carlisle love tonight on the broadcast.
Yeah. And you know what? You have to give Rick Carlisle a lot of credit tonight, simply because your second best player in Kristaps Porzingis was pretty much non-existent. I'm still riding with him. I'm not going to throw him under the bus like everyone else, but he did not play well tonight on either side of the floor. He looked. I'm not going to say intimidated, but he just didn't look like he was in the game for whatever reason.
I'm not gonna agree. I'll agree and disagree with that, but like you've talked about numerous of times, the thing is that they didn't get him going early. Like, he got lost in as I said earlier, he got lost in the shuffle tonight. Okay, Finney. Don't do him like that. Wait, hold on. What do y'all call him? Finney Swish?
He was Finney Swish tonight. Make sure you refer to him as Finney Swish tonight. Dorian Finney-Swish. Yes.
Dorian Finney-Swish tonight.
That's the alter ego tonight. Yes.
Okay, but KP got lost in the shuffle because Finney-Swish was on tonight. Tim was on today. I think he just got lost in the shuffle.
Yeah, I don't know that I would even go that.
And step back Jack was in full form tonight, so he got lost in the shuffle tonight.
Yeah, well, I mean, I guess I could kind of see that a little bit, but Walt, I've been saying this all year. When it comes to the Mavericks, especially when it comes to Kristaps Porzingis, I don't feel like the Mavericks do enough to keep him involved in the game. They get him off, he comes out, he shoots the ball, he's active, and then you just see him float to the corner. The Clippers were guarding Kristaps Porzingis for 1 point for like a 3-minute stretch in the third quarter with Patrick Beverley. That tells you everything you need to know about the level of respect and what they thought was going to be happening with him. And you can't allow for that to happen. You got to dominate that matchup. You got to dominate it.
What's up with the Billy's dusty ass broom? He must have to sweep his truck.
Hey man, listen. This is an all-purpose broom here, okay? This is you. Come on, y'all need to stop that. If your broom ain't dirty like this at the bottom, you're not doing what's right with it. You ain't doing nothing.
You ain't doing nothing, right, Billy?
Yeah, you're not doing nothing.
This Kawhi guy was giving us fits all night.
Walt, he's a problem. No matter what we decided to do with him tonight, there was no answer. The only thing to stop Kawhi was his body. Okay, the minutes seemed like they got a little heavy for him.
Did you see Zubac Shakur there? Did you see Zubac Shakur with that?
Yeah, I saw him. I saw him. It was his numbers were exactly what I expected them to be. And I'm not even going to waste a lot of time on him. But Walt, I did tell you, the only way he's going to be effective in this series is with dribble penetration by Kawhi, maybe Rondo, Beverly, those guys. He doesn't provide anything else offensively for you. If he's not getting putbacks on dunks or whatever, wide open looks off of dribble penetration, it's not happening.
Well,
and he's terrible defensively. Terrible.
Well, what happened was he went out there trying to play defense, and step back Jack got a hold of him tonight.
Yeah.
Step back Jack said, "Come here."
Yeah, but you know what? I don't really fault Zubac for that. I mean, obviously, that's Luka Doncic. I mean, guards have a tough time guarding him. So a big man, I don't put a lot of emphasis on that. But man, I tell you what, they just he didn't have a good night. Man,
step back Jack just in full effect.
Well, please go back to that previous comment right there from my man John Brown. Right there. That's it. DJ, I know my boy DJ Sullivan's checking out the show right now. Dawson A, I see you watching and everything.
Shout out to him.
Yeah, listen, right there. Clippers lost their toughness when they fired Doc. They look soft in certain areas. They're still very skilled, but that toughness went out the door. Tyronn Lue, I keep telling people, yes, he's a championship coach, but understand what he was dealing with. Every team he has is super skilled. And that's not his fault, but Rick Carlisle out-coached him all the way around. Those matchups Rick was putting out there, the right time, he did it. Now, Tyronn Lue will get a chance to adjust, and that's the thing about a playoff series. They'll get a chance to adjust, to make changes. But Rick Carlisle, if you ask me, Rick and T. Lue, who's going to make right adjustments at the right time through the course of a 7-game series, give me Rick Carlisle every day, twice on Sunday. Please.
Twice on Sunday. One of our favorites here, David Barber, says, feel good about the win, but where are the rebounds? And hey, we don't need to look.
Ain't no
back Jack. Like, you don't need rebounds, but you got step back Jack going like that.
Ain't no rebounds. Ain't no
Not tonight.
Ain't no rebounds.
Yeah. Oh, I thought this was the play. That you wanted to. You make sure you wanted to address that.
Yeah. Well, we already missed it in the highlights. Yeah. I don't know who said something like that. Tyronn Lue is not a better coach than Carlisle. I'm sorry, he's just not. Rick Carlisle will be doing numbers with that Clippers team. Numbers.
What are we doing? What are we doing, guys?
But No, Walt, just real quickly, man. I'm not even gonna make it last long here. Uh, Listen, Maxi Kleber is coming back from injury. If you're a Mavericks fan, you know that he hasn't. He's not 100%. He's doing the best he can. That's not just some chump over there on the other side. That's Kawhi Leonard, arguably one of the top 3 to 5 players in the league. Okay, depending on
Right.
who you ask. That's what he does. Okay. When Maxi got in foul trouble, man, he didn't have any choice. I appreciate Maxi going up challenging it. Yes. Did he get dunked on? Yes. Did he fall? Yes. Did it look bad? Yes. Did it give the Clippers momentum? Yes. But you know what else happened, man? Maxi got out. He continued to compete. And that's what you have to have. He could have easily just said, hell with it. Because what people want, they'll talk about the fantasy play or the big time play. But what they won't talk about in the fourth quarter, there was a 2 or 3 possession stretch where Maxi put clamps on Kawhi Leonard. Absolute clamps on him. He put clamps on him on 3 different possessions. One possession, he didn't even get it. He denied him the ball the whole possession. Second, the other 2, he got after him, forced him to take a jumper that went short. And another one, he actually got his hand, or he got in the passing lane and turned it into a turnover for them. But it's going to happen. You're going to get dunked on. Kawhi Leonard is a damn good basketball player. So for people who are all Maxi sucks, this is a terrible matchup, they're doing the best they can. That's the only matchup they have for him. He's going to get his numbers. They don't have a matchup for him. If you know basketball, you understand that. The Mavericks do not have a matchup for Kawhi Leonard. So, therefore, he will get his. You just have to try to make it tough on him. Use those 6 fouls, rough him up, get into him, try to do what you can, but he's going to do what he has to do. Thank you. Thank you, Tristram. See, a lot of people won't see that. They won't see it. They won't even acknowledge it. 9 of 26. I'll take that. I don't give a damn about the 26.
There goes KP right there. There he is right there. He showed up right there.
Oh, yeah. When it matters.
But not only that, he hit 2 crucial free throws to put this thing out of whack.
They don't want to hear that, Walt. They don't want to hear that. They don't want to hear that because he didn't shoot 55%. He didn't have 14 rebounds. He doesn't want to play basketball. He really didn't want to be there tonight. None of that stuff,
That's fired at Ed Tovash 10.
Hey, Ed Tovash 10 gonna have to come talk to me, dog. At the end of the game, when it mattered, my guy got me a couple of buckets and knocked down a couple of key free throws. And it's the playoffs, Walt. You're not going to have teams are going to game plan for you. They're going to find out what you do good. They're going to find out what you do bad, and they're going to get it to you. KP did not play well tonight. So credit to the Mavericks for getting a W, but just think about what happens when he does start playing well. The Clippers, this is not a good matchup for the Clippers. They did what they had to do to get the Mavericks. They may end up regretting this by this time next week. I'm telling you, this is not a good matchup for them.
At all?
At all. At all, because you have a guy on the other team that you cannot do anything with. Luka's going to do whatever the hell he wants to do. And if those other guys come to play, I don't expect Finney-Smith to just shoot lights out like he did tonight. I don't expect him to shoot lights out every night. But I also don't expect KP to be as poor as he was tonight. I don't expect, to give up all the offensive rebounds that we gave up tonight either. They're going to clear those things up, I think. So, it's going to be a matter of time, but let's just celebrate and bask in the victory tonight. Mavs get a W. We're up 1-0. We are undefeated in the playoffs for whatever that means.
Real quick, if you haven't done so already, go subscribe to our YouTube channel, bFb Mavs, bFb DFW. Click on link, click on one of our videos, join in, subscribe. Billy says hit that notification button. It's a notification button on there. Hit that notification button.
Please subscribe, hit the bell, guys.
Subscribe to the court. I already got the link up on Facebook. If you want to join the broadcast and talk Mavs with us, we already got people jumping in already. Your guy's already here.
Who's that? D Kendrick?
Yeah, D Kendrick is here. Anybody wants to join in and talk Mavs, click on the link in the Facebook or Twitch deal. And come on and talk Mavs with us. Come on, we partying tonight. We doing
please
this tonight.
Call on my man Gordon to come through because we need to talk to Gordon. I feel like he has a lot to say tonight. Please tell Gordon to come on in so we can talk because I know he's fired up right now. I know he is.
Gordon is probably the greatest Maverick fan to ever grace the city of Dallas. He's probably the greatest.
I can accept that, and we need more like him.
But before we get to Gordon, we got a guy here who I heard from him during the game right now. He wanted to tell you to get your boy to calm down. So here he is right here. The Kendrick is joining the broadcast. How you doing there, Kendrick? Kendrick, we went up there and busted him in the mouth, man. I told you we got him.
What did I say, Walt? I said the others have to step up.
Yeah.
The others beside Luka have to step. And they stepped up tonight. Now they can't get satisfied. Yeah. They got to get game 2. If you get game 2, I'm not saying they're gonna sweep them, but if you get game 2, this series, I'm telling you, this series gonna be open 5. Yeah, the Clippers are a mentally fractured team ready to break. If anything goes wrong, they're great. They're not a great team. They're great individual players.
Yes,
trying to be a team, and in the playoffs, that just don't happen. That's why I kept saying the others for the Mavericks have to be better than the others for the Clippers for the Mavericks. Because remember we talked about the coaching, and y'all, I'm glad y'all brought this up. That's why I said if Rick Carlisle gets out coached by Ty Lue, you got to think about replacing him, because, like I said, Ty Lue is in the league because he's LeBron's friend. That's the reason why he got coaching gigs. I mean, everybody knows this,
right?
So I knew if things stay to pat, Rick could out coach him. He should out coach him. If he doesn't, he needs to lose a job. So, but if the others just keep playing, I'm not expecting Dorian to beat hot like it is, but just be consistent. When your time to contribute. Hit a 3, get a block shot, like you said before, Billy. Maxey got dunked on. Big who? He ain't the first person. He ain't the last person to get posterized.
Right. It'll happen again
in
game. It'll happen again game 2. Exactly.
But Kawhi got how many points off 26 shots? He got 20-something points off 26 shots.
I think he had 26 points.
That's making a man work. That's making a man work for his points. And that's why you saw him miss a lot of free throws at the end. He was tired.
Legs were tired. Yep.
His legs were tired because Maxey was not. Maxey does in this series. I'm not even expecting. If Maxey gives you 8 or 10, that's great. I just need you to guard Kawhi the best you can. I'm not trying you to lock him down.
That's it.
Just guard him the best you. This was perfect for Maxey.
Well,
26 points off 26 shots is perfect.
Let me address this real quick. He says, I wonder why Rick wouldn't play Bobby when Zubac is popping off in the post and we are not hitting shots later in the series. Probably because of the lack of defense switch. No, Bobby is too slow. I don't know why.
He's too slow.
The game is too fast for Bobby.
Hey, he's not playing the Philadelphia 76ers got a big center, or some other team got a big center. These are 5 guys that can move.
Right, and he only got to play last year in the bubble because Porzingis got hurt and he had to play.
Yeah.
If you noticed in the third and fourth quarter, they went with a small lineup. They went with
so they can switch everything.
Yeah, Batum and Ibaka down low.
Yeah, so they can switch everything.
Right.
So
and that's why they kept KP off the floor a little bit, because that's too fast. That's too fast for him.
Rick made a good adjustment.
He did.
And I want to see this from now on. Don't when you picking with KP with Luka, don't pick and pop him as many times. Pick and roll him.
We can't hear you.
Pick and roll him to the basket. That's 7'3". If they're gonna play small, don't pick and pop KP where you got a bunch of guards over there can rip him. Pick and roll him, get him to the basket.
Yep.
Now go ahead, Walt. Go ahead.
I think he got a little delay over there. I don't know that he can hear us, but no, Kendrick, I agree with you 100%, man. It's got to stop being that. I put it on Twitter earlier as I saw it happening. Look, it can't be pick and pop because those guards, Clippers, are too quick. They can rotate all around the perimeter. You have to get him moving toward the basket so that he can catch it and facilitate from the middle of the floor. Or just shoot pretty much a free throw. You have to give him that opportunity to do that. But you know what? I'll say this too, man. This is why people get upset about KP. And no, he did not play well tonight. I'm not going to sit here and try to make excuses. But at the same time, Kendrick, I say it all the time. The Mavericks do not do a good job of putting him in position to help them. He can do more than just step out and shoot the 3 ball. They do not do a good job of utilizing him.
And Billy,
go ahead.
I'll tell you this real quick.
If you notice in the fourth quarter, I don't know if it was Porzingis who came with the idea or Rick did, but Porzingis became more of a decoy in the fourth quarter. Then I don't know if because he felt like my game is off. I don't really want to try to lose this game. I'm gonna stand over here in the corner when the opportunity presents itself. I'm gonna get the ball and we're gonna do something with it. And he did. I mean, he got to the basket, got to the free throw line, hit 2 crucial free throws, and then he hit the one, the dunk.
Yeah.
That Finney hit him for, and it closed out the game.
Yeah, I think Rick may have gotten mad at. I think Rick may took. I'm proud of Rick because I think he may took the reins from his analytic coaches because it seemed like as the game as the game went, I kind of figured out the Mavericks. The analytic coaches are trying to. It's a push. I think it's a push and pull with Rick and his assistant or analytic coaches. Rick wants to play KP. Rick wants to play KP going to the basket and play him big like dirt. But you got these analytic coaches over there who wants to play a Houston Rockets type system. Look at it. You look at it. Hey, Houston Rockets. Well, he's got Luka just dribbling around the ball, create and kick out for a jump shooter. Well, that basically eliminates KP from the situation because he's not a good ball handler enough to take anybody off the dribble. If he switched on a small guy, that's going to take it from him. And just like you said, Will, well, if you leave him out on the 3-point line as a decoy, you need to play KP big. Pick and roll with him. Yeah. Throw lob. He's athletic enough. He can catch lobs. It's mismatches there if you take advantage of them. Exactly. When the Clippers want to play small. When they it's mismatches. It's just like, listen, Charles Barkley don't say a lot of smart things, but he said, listen, when you let a midget guard you, you should take the offense to that. Cause it's like Shaq said, should barbecue chicken. You say, hey, I'm going for 25, 30 tonight. Because they got this midget guarding me. I'm finna eat him up tonight.
Did you see the barbecue sauce that Billy had? Billy, can you show him that barbecue?
I saw it.
Show that to the people. Yeah.
I'm not gonna go so far as sweet, but if they get game 2, I think this series is gonna end in 5 because I don't know if the Clippers are mentally strong enough.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing with that. We play good on the road. The problem is we don't play good at home. So we might win 2 on the road and then lose the 2 at home and be like, what the hell? Billy, we might need to auction that barbecue sauce off after the series. Depending on what happens here, we might need to auction that off to some people. Kendrick, real quick.
This is the Luka Doncic version.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Hey, your boy Gavin Johnson said he wasn't being a good enough superstar leader at the end. I had to check him on that. I say, listen, Gavin, the boy gave you a 30-point triple-double. What else you want from him? The other guy,
no. He was out there doing some step back jacking tonight. He was doing some
step back jacking, but he was also rebounding. He was also assisting. He kind of ticked me off with these fouls he was taking. A couple of them I'm gonna take a foul to stop a break. I said, bro, you can't take fouls like that in the playoffs because you playing more minutes. You gotta be on the floor.
Yeah, you gotta have you. Yeah. But I mean, I want to say this. I just want to piggyback off of what Kendrick said right there, real quick. I saw Gavin's post as well, man. Shout out to the general, man.
I love him. He's a good guy, but
yeah, I mean, but I would just say this, man. I thought that basically what was going on, I agree with what he was saying to a certain extent. I felt like the Clippers start showing a second man and Luka was just too quick to give up the ball. I understand you end up giving up the ball on a double, but I felt like he didn't force the issue. There were more opportunities, and there were ways we could have took advantage of them more instead of just, they run the second man, let me just automatically give it away. You can still try to create something and force the issue, because they're going to chase you. Like, as soon as they start coming to him, it was like, all right, and they did it like 3 or 4 straight possessions. And I want my best player with the ball in his hands, man. I'm not gonna let you just take the ball out of my best player's hands that easily. From that standpoint, I understand.
Yeah, I guess I must have read it wrong because I'm thinking, well, dude, he can't listen. And can't nobody play hero ball in the playoffs and think he's gonna win a series. That's why I thought he was taking from him. He's got to be over a superstar. Listen. Tell me how that worked for Jordan against the Pistons. We tried to play hero ball 1-on-5. That didn't work out too well.
Well, he's not going to be the greatest if he can't go 1-on-5 like Michael Jordan. Yeah, you gotta go 1-on-5 to do that. But Kendrick, who was the best Mav and who was the worst Mav on the floor tonight before we let you go?
Best Mav. You know what? I'm expecting Luka to do what Luka's supposed to do, but best Mav on the floor tonight was Finney-Smith. You know what? No. You know what? No, change that. Best Mav on the floor was Maxey. He made it tough.
Okay.
He made it tough he did his job. 26 points for 26 shots. You did your damn job.
Despite
I
getting
can go
dunked,
with that, Walt.
Despite getting, listen, he ain't the first person who get posterized. He ain't gonna be the last person. Hey, so what? He gonna be on Sports Center on YouTube with somebody gonna clip him out. But like, no, he didn't. Stuff, whatever. It happens.
Yeah,
might go
but you know what? But let me say this. You know what? You know what else will happen tonight? Somebody will make a meme. Okay, with Kawhi holding that ball, dunking, he'll have an L in his hand too. Somebody will also do that tonight. So keep that in mind. That's right.
I get dunked on. I get dunked on. Hey, if I'm Maxey, I'll trade 3 more getting posterized on for three more dubs.
Yep, that's it.
All right,
man.
Hey, man. So we're gonna see you on Tuesday night, right?
Yeah, I'll be on Tuesday.
All right, man.
What time is that? 9:30.
Yeah, it's gonna be a late one that night. We're gonna be on late that night.
Man, we'll see, brother. We'll see. We'll see. Depend on if I'm happy or not.
Yeah. All right, man.
All right, brother. Y'all have a good one.
Yeah.
All right, Kendrick.
Hey, don't forget now. Stay tuned here in a little bit. We're gonna tell you guys how you can win a Luka jersey up off of us. We got a Luka Doncic jersey that we're trying to give away. Me and Billy have compiled an idea to get you guys a Luka Doncic jersey for this playoff. But Billy, you asked for this man. He is here. He is joining the broadcast. Gordon is here.
We got a Luka Doncic jersey that we're trying to give away.
Yeah.
Turn it down in the background.
Gordon. You know it. I feel sweet. Hold on for a second. I got to get off of that. All right. So
listen,
I said sweet. Sweet.
So did Billy. You see his show him the broom, Billy. Hold on. Billy got something for you. Look at that right there, Gordon.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. They don't understand it. Man. The Mavs is we're going to Western Conference Finals, man.
Well, hold on.
Let's
Wait
ride.
a minute now. Hold on. Let's see. Okay, Gordon. Let's not get too fast here. Okay?
All right.
Let's not go too fast here.
All right.
Now, what did your eyeballs tell you tonight, other than they're going into Western Conference? What else did you?
Because we ain't even used the rest of the bench. We haven't even used Boban yet. We haven't even used Josh Green yet off the bench. Rick Carter, we gotta win right now. We're gonna go 2-0. I'm telling you, man, we're gonna get a sweep on these guys. And the reason why is because they haven't played together. They just trying to come up to they're trying to bring everything together, just like the Lakers gonna do. They're trying to bring everything together at the end, like, oh, we rested all this time, now it's time to play. Even with the Nets is gonna be the same thing. You know, they're gonna be like, oh, we all of a sudden, oh, we can play together. No, you're not. We got a team, man. We got a team. Mm-hmm. We got a team. And I see the Mavs sweeping them, and then they going now next round. Ooh. But
who does the winner of this round play?
Nuggets.
The winner of Portland and Denver.
Yeah.
Okay. So they play the winner of that series.
Yep.
But you know what?
I just want to come on and say I said sweet. Nobody else said sweet. I said sweet. And let's see if they get it sweet.
Well, go ahead, Billy. What you got to say?
Well, I was just going to say, man, first off, Gordon, it's always good to see you, man. So I know you were super excited. I thought about you, man. When KD got that dunk in the fourth quarter to pretty much seal the game, I said, I bet Gordon is jumping through the roof right now.
My neighbors was like, what the hell?
Yeah, that man has a 55-inch vertical right now, okay? Right now, that man has a 55-inch vertical. He's jumping through the sky right now. So, yeah. So, but to your point and what you said earlier, man, the Mavericks have got to, and I even heard Finney-Smith after the game. I don't know if y'all watch it on ESPN or Bally's, but I watched it on Bally's, and they interviewed Finney-Smith after the game. And he said, he pretty much said, hey, if we don't go out in game 2 and snatch it, then what we just did right now was for naught. And
Don't
I think if
mean
they keep
nothing.
that
And
mentality
that's what
and
I'm
that
saying.
mindset,
They're a team, man. They're
Yeah.
a team.
you got to
They're
go
a
get
team
game
right
2. You can't satisfy yourself with this. You got to go get game 2, man, because like Kendrick just said, the Clippers are a mentally weak, they are a mentally fragile team. And if you apply any type of pressure on them, man, this team will fold up like a cheap tent.
Let Kawhi get his points. I say
can
that.
agree
Let
with that.
Kawhi get his points. Don't let anybody else get theirs. If you let Kawhi get his points, Kawhi gonna be happy. He gonna sit on the sideline and go, oh, I got mine. I got mine. I got mine. Where y'all at? Where you at, Paul George? Where you at? I brought you here, and you ain't getting yours. If you get everybody else out like they did tonight, winner.
Gordon,
All right,
Gordon,
I
see you are Maverick from head to toe. Whose jerseys that you got on today? Whose jerseys that you're rocking today?
Oh, let me show you that. This is 2011, right there. And
that old Tyson Chandler.
That old Tyson Chandler.
Yeah.
Oh,
that old T Chandler.
I'll be sporting this at the game when it come back to the house.
Okay.
So let me know if you want to go.
We know we haven't confirmed that at Tovash 10 will be in the house for one of the games. At Tovash 10 will be in the house for one of the games at the AAC.
Tell them to come over to section 320 because there ain't no section 420. So let's come over to section 320 because there ain't no section 420. That's where I'll be at.
Okay, all right. Well, well, guess what? If they start a 420 section, we know who started.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'll let y'all guys go, man.
Hey, man, thank you for joining us, man.
All right.
Oh, that guy is amazing. That is some real Homer Maverick fan right there, boy.
Yeah.
And anybody, if you want to join the broadcast, go ahead and join us. Get in here. Click on the link and join us. Real quick though. But while we got some people here, before we go to stats and facts, listen, we want to let you know how to win a Luka Doncic jersey. Real quick. This is what we're going to do. What we're going to do is everybody who can hear the sound of our voice, go subscribe to the YouTube channel, all right? When you subscribe, send me a DM or send Billy a DM and just say done or whatever. Let us know you subscribe, all right? What we're going to do is after every game, every night, we're going to raffle about 5 people off from every game. Like tonight, after we get, if anybody subscribe or come through or whatever, we're going to take 5 people, 5 names out, and then we'll take 5 the next game, 5 however long it go to. And on the last game of the night, we'll have a big raffle and we'll take a name out, and the winner will get a Luka Doncic jersey. I will personally pay to have it shipped to your house, wherever you at. I will personally pay for it. All you got to do is go subscribe to the YouTube channel and let us know that you did it, and we will raffle off this jersey. You could go home with a Luka Doncic jersey. And hey, Billy, you can get any color you want too. That royal blue, that light blue, or you can get the white one. I'm gonna let you pick.
Hey.
I'm gonna let you pick which jersey you want.
There you go, man. Ain't nothing wrong with that, guys. Get over there to the YouTube page. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. All of these post-game shows, they go up on YouTube immediately. And make sure when you comment and you subscribe, man, you have got to hit that bell. And when you hit that bell, it'll give you a couple of options. Hit, I believe it says all, I want to say. And that way, any type of content we post, man, you'll get a notification directly to your phone letting you know it's up. That way you can catch this. You can catch bFb on Tuesday and Thursday nights, any Mavs post-game show, anything that we put up, any type of foolishness, you will get it. And you'll be able to speak on it, comment and everything, man. We're trying to engage with you guys out there. So please, bFb DFW on YouTube. You can type my name in there with bFb, type Walt's name in there, type EA's name. Follow us all on Twitter, Instagram, wherever we are. Get out there, guys. Let's make this thing grow, and let's stick around for a while.
Hey, listen, I'm getting after the season's over, I'm getting my vaccine shot. We're gonna be coming out there in the streets to see y'all and kick it with y'all.
Yeah.
We're gonna be having some events to come out there and see y'all and kick it with y'all. So get ready. But Billy, let's get over here to the our portion of the night, the stats and the facts. that we like to do before we get to those post game interviews, because you know it's gonna take them a minute to get them up because they in there.
Oh
celebrating
yeah,
right
it's
now.
the playoffs. Yeah, they're over there parlaying right now. Yeah,
They're coming through. I see them. They're coming through now. Oh, look at that right there. Love the show. You guys kill it. See, that's what I'm talking about right there. That's what I'm talking about. We hey, listen. Let's be honest here. When me and this was just an idea for me and Billy. We didn't think that it was going to go as far as it did, but this is making us want to come back and do this another season. I mean, we're going to have an announcement about something else we're going to be doing here post game wise, but this is making us want to come back and do another Mavs season, because right now we look around, we the only one who's giving out Mavs content like we are. So I mean, if we're the only one doing it, why not? Why not keep it going? Why not keep it going? Hopefully we'll inspire other people to come out and do Mavs post-game shows, which is what we want. The thing for me and Billy is this isn't about money for us. This is about changing the game. This is about creating opportunities for people who don't get the opportunity on terrestrial radio. Look at that. See this right here? Better than some on the radio. See what I'm talking about, Billy? Changing the game. That's all we're here to do is change the game.
that's it.
Okay. Let's go down the list. You know what? I'm going to share this so the people at home can see this too. Let the people at home see this.
Yeah, hang that right there. Where's my daggone phone? Yeah, that's going on my Instagram. Whoever, I wish I knew who put that comment up, but it's going on the gram, man. Oh,
which one?
There it is.
Oh, which one? Did you get it?
Well, let me get that one as well. Hold on. All right, there it is.
There it is. Stats and
Appreciate the comments, though. We definitely appreciate it.
Definitely. Let's see. Kristaps Porzingis. Let's start at the top. You know, he caught a lot of criticism tonight, Billy.
Yeah, he did.
He gave you 36 minutes, 14 points. How you feel about that?
Listen, the bottom line is this: we can't take away, or we cannot deny what we saw tonight. Our eyes showed us Kristaps Porzingis did not have a good basketball game. He missed a lot of shots. He did not look as aggressive as what we all think he should have been. He did not take advantage of certain opportunities that we thought he should have had. I'm not worried about Kristaps Porzingis.
Hold on real quick. It said, not sure why it shows Facebook. You don't worry about it. I can see the names. I know it's you. I like to call you Stephen C. I got you, Stephen C. I know that those comments came from you. Thank you for your comments, though, Stephen C.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Shout out to Stephen. But no, I would just say this. Kristaps didn't play well tonight, but while I'm not concerned about Kristaps Porzingis, I do think he will get better. He has it in him to get better. I'm just looking forward to it. He didn't play well tonight, man. But it says something about this team. He did enough to help keep the Clippers at bay. And then, like I said, if people need to keep this in mind. If you're playing a pickup game of basketball like we used to do back in college or whatever, and you're playing the 15 or whatever, and I might not score that well. But you know what, man? If I could score the game-winning bucket, it matters. It doesn't matter what I did in the first, second, third quarter. If I score that bucket to win the game, we still get the result we want. We're not about, KP should have had 30 plus to win. He had an off night. But when it came down to it, he didn't go up soft on that dunk. He finished the game there. He hit a couple of clutch free throws at the end. I thought he did a pretty good job of keeping Zubac off the boards tonight. I thought he did a pretty good job of that too. But people don't want to talk about that. But it is what it is. Didn't have a good night. But in the end, despite him not having a good night, Mavs win by 10. So, take it for what it is. You can hang on to it if you want to. We're moving on to game 2, and we'll see what happens there.
Okay, so I feel like on certain nights in the series, it's gonna be a defensive series for him more than it's gonna be an offensive series.
Sure.
For him. So that's why when the questions came, I was like, I'm not really worried about it. I'm more, as long as he's not giving me 0 points. That's all I care about. If he gives me more than 10, I'm good. I'm good. If he's 10 and more, I'm good.
Walt, hold on, Walt. Just real quick, just to piggyback off what you said, man. This is the NBA playoffs. These are the best teams in each conference, and they're going to give you their best effort every single night, man, because it's do or die. KP, sometimes there are series where you can get your numbers and get off. There are other series where you're going to be needed to do other things. You have to do what your team needs to help you win, and that's what you have to do. So I appreciate it, man. I appreciate what KP did. This might not be his series where he gives you 25, 30. We know he can score, but they might need him to do other things that occupy him and keep him from being the scorer that he can be. But having said that, again, let's just wait. It's one game. Just like everybody's not going to throw Paul George under the bus, it's one game. Let's see what happens in game 2, 3, 4, and then we'll have a chance to make a better assessment of who he is. Let's not throw him under the bus, and let's not praise anyone too early. Let's just relax and figure it out.
This comment here came in. I hope you and Billy come back next year. I live in New Jersey. Tune in every time for my hometown sports, and you guys speak the truth. And I thank you. I got blocked by Brad Towns and LOL sensitive. Hey,
come on, Brad.
Hey, Mr. Brad be throwing them block parties. He stay having a block party. Yeah, I'll tell you that. We actually might have Mr. Brad on in a couple weeks.
Hey, man.
On bFb, we might have him. And there's talks of having Chuck Cooperstein on in a couple weeks. So stay tuned for that. Getting back to the stacks and facts. Luka, triple Doncic tonight.
Yeah,
how we feeling about that? Step back Jack was in full effect. What you got for me?
Man, Luka did what Luka does, man. Walt, I think it's time that we say this, and people aren't gonna like it, but I think it's time we say this, man. Luka Doncic, he has the Clippers number, man. He has their number. There is nothing that the Clippers can do outside of try to rough him up, be physical, try to knock him out the game, potentially injure him. There is nothing they can do basketball related to stop Luka Doncic. Patrick Beverly ain't big enough. Paul George is not big enough. Kawhi Leonard, Luka looks at those guys and I think he just starts salivating when he sees those guys because he's here to prove, hey, these guys don't think much of me. I'm just a soft, another European that, if you rough me up a little bit. But people forget, Luka's not some 6'9" guy who's like 200 pounds. Luka's every bit of probably like 230, okay, and can move people, and his game is smooth as butter, man. So I like Luka Doncic out there against the Clippers. They don't have a matchup for him, Walt. I keep saying that. They're going to try to make it tough by throwing all these different bodies at him, but they do not have a matchup for Luka Doncic that they can feel comfortable. They tried Nick Batum. They tried Paul George. They tried Kawhi Leonard. They tried Marcus Morris. They tried Rajon Rondo. They tried Patrick Beverly. They tried everybody they had out there. Reggie Jackson, there was no matchup. It did not matter. It did not matter.
And he brought out that barbecue sauce you had over there a few minutes ago. Every time they put somebody on him.
It's here. It's here. He left a little here for me, man, and I'm just, all this barbecue chicken around, man. We just, this is what we're doing.
Now we go over here next. Dodo, or should I say Dorian Finney-Smith tonight? 18 points, threes, knocking him down. Had a little shoving match with Rondo tonight.
Yeah. That was kind of fraudulent looking to me, man. It kind of looked like something they were trying to theatrics, man. I didn't buy anything into it. I need to see somebody fall to the floor before I believe it's real.
Oh, Kendrick says get ready for the cheap shots on Tuesday, though. Do we need to look
they're
out?
Coming. Yeah, they're coming.
They're coming.
Yeah.
Hey, Luka, tie your shoes. Morris is coming for the ankles. Look out.
Cheap shots featuring Marcus Morris. That's the game 2 single. Cheap shots featuring Marcus Morris and Patrick Beverly.
Might have to see if we can get Boss Man Fat to put a track together or something.
Hey, man, look, I'm gonna have to go reach out to my guy, Boss Man. Give me a little Mavs hype going out here, man. I need that.
Maxey played 36 minutes. He gave you 6 points tonight, 9 rebounds, and 4 assists. This was more of a defensive game for him tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. We need to look no further than what Kendrick said. He was spot on, man. And if you didn't get a chance to do that, man, guys, once the show's over, please go back and watch again, man. And Kendrick brought up a very valid point, man. Kristaps. Kawhi Leonard scored 26 points tonight, but he went 9 of 26. Okay, that's not 50%. He would have had 30. He would have had to hit 13 shots to be 50%. He shot lower than 50%. He hit some shots and that was cool. He hit some free throws or whatever. But most of the shots that he scored, if you think about it, he didn't do well from 3. He hit a couple mid-range shots, but everything was like layups. He got a couple of buckets in transition. I get it. He got the maxi dunk or whatever. But if you can hold Kawhi Leonard to 9 of 26, that's good because he's taking a lot of shots. he's taking a lot of shots. That's taking shots away from Batum and some of those spot up 3-point shooters who could kill you. We know Kawhi's going to get his. I'll let him shoot 33 shots next game as long as he only makes 13 of them. I'm okay with that. I am perfectly fine with that. So shout out to Maxi Kleber, man. Great defensive effort tonight.
Hold on. I'm gonna no, I'll keep going. Let me just keep going down. Tim Hardaway Jr. This is the guy right here, Billy. This is the guy who we talked about. We needed a lot from him. We need him to average a certain amount of points for us to get to that next round. And he started off with 21. We need about 9. What we say about anywhere from 18 to 20, and he gave us 21 tonight.
18 to 20, yeah. 20. And he hit, you know what? To me, when it comes to THJ, man, yeah, the points are great, but I think it's how he scores his points, man. When he's stroking that 3 ball, man, that opens the floor up because you cannot leave him. And then I noticed later in the game, he got out there. I got to address that. But, yeah, he got out there. He was attacking the basket, getting in there, doing the things he had to do. So, THJ had a very, very good game tonight, Walt. We got to keep that up. Those guys coming off the bench, they've got to remain consistent. And if KP comes back and you keep getting production off the bench, oh, yeah. This team is going to open up some eyes out here. I'm here to tell you, they're going to open up some eyes for people.
Jalen Brunson gave 15, and you said that he was giving Kawhi. I mean, he was giving Paul George the business. I saw you reach out to Shannon Sharp, Unc Shay Shay, to see if they can call the National Guard to get some help out here.
Yeah, because Jalen Brunson was killing Paul George every time they listen. Jalen Brunson, every time he saw Paul George, man, he said, "Give me the ball," and he went to the basket and gave him bucket after bucket after bucket after bucket.
You know what's the understatement? Jalen Brunson wasn't in the bubble, was he?
No. Remember, he got injured before the regular season ended last year. Remember,
right?
Before they even went to the bubble, so he wasn't there last year.
You know, a lot of people say that if KP was there, a lot of time I want to say if JB had went to the bubble, I think that series would have went different last year.
Yeah, because the Mavericks didn't have a chance to rest Luka Doncic. Now they have a chance because they have somebody who could come in and still run the offense and get you and create good shots for you. They didn't have that last year. Remember, they were relying on who was it, DeLon Wright, to come in and
we had Trey Burke. We had Trey Burke out there balling in the bubble.
Yeah,
that's who's our point guard. He was balling in the bubble.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, him and DeLon Wright. Yeah, so I mean, Jalen Brunson. I mean, I kept telling people, the Mavericks last year, you were without KP, and even though KP didn't play well, what it's just his presence being on the floor. You have a floor general in Jalen Brunson who can come down and run you a good set and get you a good shot. You have that. You have Carlisle Stein, though he didn't, get a lot of minutes tonight. Dwight Powell came in. He didn't really have a big game by any means, but he came in, got a couple of loose rebounds for you and everything, and just gave you an energy, man. The Mavericks are coming back with something they did not have last year. And it's part 2, so they're prepared and they're ready. Guys are out there ready to play and make up for what they didn't do last year. And you got guys who want to get revenge for being out there and not getting the job done. So it's a very, very dangerous situation for the Clippers.
Kick Doors. Josh Kick Doors Richardson gave you 8 points tonight, 17 minutes. Now, this is my guy who I say is the X factor for the team. And I felt like it was a defensive game for him tonight also.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. So, and that's what I told you. We're going to need his defense tonight. Yeah. We're going to need his defense all series. I don't need him scoring the ball right now. I just need him out there stepping in front of people, stopping some stuff.
Yeah. If Josh Richardson could get out there and be a defensive stopper for you, and again, this is Paul George and Kawhi Leonard we're talking about. These guys are going to score buckets. But when he's out there with that second unit, if he can get out there and defend and get after it and make it tough on guys, and even if they hit a shot, it's okay. You have to make it tough on them. That wears on a player throughout the course of a game, and especially throughout the course of a 7-game series. You have got to get out there and wear these guys down. And that's what he did. And then just knock down open shots when they come to you. If you get 6, 7 3-point shots throughout the game, or, he had a big layup at the end of the third quarter. People aren't going to talk about that and might not remember it. But, Walt, that helped give the Mavs some momentum going into the third quarter. It gave them a 6-point lead, okay, going and beating the buzzer and everything like that. You just see it was an energy play. And then he knocked down a couple of threes, man. If he gets 7 3-point attempts, man, if he can knock down 3 of them or 4 of them, and he can give me good defense, get a couple of layups and finish with 12 points and play tremendous defense, well, I can live with that. We can win basketball games that way.
The rest of the numbers are not good there, Billy. Nikolai Melli gave you 0 points. Dwight Powell gave you 0 points. And Carlisle Stein gave you 0 points.
Yeah, you know what? I don't really care about the points like that. I feel like if given opportunity, they could get you a couple of buckets. I will say this about Melly. Melly got a couple of offensive rebounds out there tonight, man. That gave the Mavs second opportunities. In fact, I was
He had
looking at
4.
it. Yeah, he gave you, and they were all. I don't think any of them were defensive. I think he had like 4 offensive rebounds. He was getting balls over Paul George. I remember one, he just took it out of his hands, man, gave him an extra shot, and Luka was able to score. And this was a tight game until the very end, Walt. So every offensive rebound that you can get your hands on and an extra possession for your team is crucial. So, Melly, he did what he had to do tonight, given the minutes he played. I don't think he'll get that many minutes going forward if Maxey can stay out of foul trouble, which I'm not sure of. But, it's nice to know you got a guy out there. And then if a shot comes to him, we know he can knock it down as well. He has that range to shoot that 3-point shot. So, only time will tell. We'll see how the series develops.
ESPN commentators saying is Brunson
Yeah.
going to get a big payday. See, and we talked about this Tuesday night in the studio. I told when we had Kevin Gray on, I said, man, you got to be. And Kevin Gray was like, he thinks he's just kind of got to do it. And hey, man, when you put money in somebody's face, everything changes. I told you, if you pay him, you better be prepared to pay him to start. He's not going to stay here to come off the bench and be a role player. Not if he can go somewhere and start and make real big money. And I don't see the Mavericks paying him to sit on the bench. So you better figure out something. Either you're going to pay him or you better trade him, one or two.
Well, I mean,
if you pay him, he's starting. He's the starting point guard on his team if you pay him.
I mean, I don't have a problem with him being the starting point guard on this team. I mean, I will still be ball dominant, but I mean, it doesn't matter, man. I mean, we'll worry about that when the time comes. But I mean, at least he's getting respect around the league, and now that he's playing in the playoffs, people are going to see that, and they're going to because a lot of people don't know who Jalen Brunson is, but they're about to find out now. So I get it. I definitely get it.
I have your coach Rick Carlisle potted up. Let's hear what he had to say about tonight's dub as they come to Dub City tonight with your boy.
All right, Rick, why don't you start out with your thoughts and then we'll get into questions.
Okay. Obviously, it's an important game for us. It's a great effort to win. The start to the game was important. Gave us momentum. Great teams are always going to make runs. When they came back and took the lead in the second half, we really exhibited great poise and we stayed aggressive. That's what you got to do in a playoff series. I thought Porzingis was very patient in this game. He's got a top 5 defensive player in the world guarding him, in Kawhi Leonard. They have that much respect for his abilities at the offensive end, and he did a very good job of staying patient and finding ways to create advantages as the game went on. There were a couple stretches. I think that he got a little frustrated and took a couple of shots that may not have been the best shots, but in the end, I loved his discipline, his patience, and the big free throws were huge at the end of the game. And then the dunk, kind of put a cap on it. Doncic was great. Finney-Smith was great. Kleber, those guys all dug in really hard defensively against, 2 of the best players in the world. And, we've just got to maintain the edge. And, we'll look at the film and see what things we can do better. There are many. They'll do the same. And then we got to get ready for Tuesday.
Okay, please state your name and outlet as I call on you. Brad, go ahead.
Yes, this is Brad Townsend from the Dallas Morning News. Rick, you mentioned you guys keeping your poise in the second half. Some of those guys keeping their poise, Finney-Smith in particular, is really an unsung player. I just wanted to ask you about his growth and coming up big in a situation like this under pressure.
Yeah, and this is where, year two in the playoffs, this is where you take advantage of the experience that you had in year one. And look, Dorian's worked extremely hard, over a 5-year period, 4 or 5 year period. He's one of the most improved players in the NBA. It's happened at a gradual rate. So, he never gets mentioned for, most improved player in a given season. But he is a fearless competitor. He has great belief in himself. His 3-point shooting tonight was absolutely key to the win. We ran a after timeout play in the first half to get him a 3. He got open and knocked it in, and that was at a point where I think, we had been up 8 or 10 and they made a run to get it to 6 and that put it back to 9 or something like that. And he's taking on, hellacious matchups every night. It's George and Leonard in this series. And then every night, he's got one of the best players on the other team. Some nights it's a point guard, some nights it's a 4-man. So his versatility is key, but he was great tonight.
Tim McMahon.
Tim McMahon, ESPN. Rick, can you talk about the way that Luka was able to attack switches and basically force the Clippers to abandon, playing that way defensively, and then the way other guys responded when they were sending 2 at him?
Yeah. Luka's seen virtually every coverage known to mankind, every kind of double team, every kind of switching scenario, switching and then, double teaming, 30 feet away from the basket, et cetera, et cetera. And so it's just a matter of getting to the right spots when he gets double teamed. He's obviously very good against switches. He mixed up, the step backs and the drives. And I thought there were a couple times he could have gotten to the free throw line down the stretch, but we're unlucky, didn't get the whistle. But he's got to keep giving them a different dose of looks, with a mixture of drives and shots and drives to passes to respaces. But he's a very unique player for a 22-year-old, the level of poise that he has, his ability to slow down the game, to see what's going on. Even when the clock is at, 6 or 7 seconds, he still is able to slow it down and hold that ball just long enough to get a teammate a great look. So he was great tonight, and I thought his defense was very good too.
Tim Cato.
Hey, Rick, you were obviously just talking about Dorian and his development. Can you take us back to, like, even as he came in as a rookie, and what did you make of him as a player? What challenges did you give to him about where he needed to improve, and how has he done that so successfully over the course of his career here?
Well, as a rookie, he was always a soft-spoken, low-key personality, but an intense competitor. He had played stretch 4 in college and shot a decent 3-point number, but it wasn't the kind of 3-point number in college that would get your attention and ever make you believe that it was likely that he could become a 3-man in the NBA. Usually it goes the other way. Usually guys, are 3 men in college and they become NBA 4s, or 2s and they become 3s. He knew that his shot needed to be overhauled. The first year he got a lot of valuable experience. And then he really started to work on his shooting. And, Peter Patton, our shooting coach, has done a tremendous job, not only on his mechanics, but also giving him an extreme amount of confidence. And, look, this is what player development is all about. It doesn't happen overnight. You look at Dorian Finney-Smith, you look at Maxi Kleber. These guys, they came in, they established that they could play in the NBA because they could do things at the defensive end. And then their offense had to evolve. Maxi had to go from being a mid-range shooter to what he is now, which is a knockdown 3-point shooter. And Dorian has done the same thing. And so the other thing about Dorian, I think that flies under the radar, with when you have stars like Doncic and Porzingis, is the leadership role that he has on our team. he's a guy who, when he speaks up, the locker room goes quiet and people listen. And he's a man of few words, but when he speaks, our guys pay close attention.
All right, we're just gonna do a few more. Mark Medina, go ahead.
Hi, Mark Medina, USA Today. How have you seen things evolve on Luka's end with how he handles frustration if he gets in foul trouble or if he doesn't get a call that goes his way?
Well, it's, getting 15 technicals, with 6 games to go will put you in a situation where, you've got to take a close look at it. And down the stretch of the season, he did a great job. And there were plenty of times he could have been frustrated and gotten one, but he didn't. He remembers the series last year and some of the chippy things that happened. And I thought last year in the series, he did a great job of maintaining his poise. Look, this is his time of year. He's one of the smartest basketball players you will ever meet at any age, at any level. And he knows, that we've got to be a next play mentality team, and that he's got to be one of the leaders, of that charge. And this series will continue to be extremely challenging in that vein because of the physical nature of it, and the fact that the Clippers have a bunch of great defenders and they're throwing all kinds of different looks at him as well.
All right, the last one is Mac Engel.
Hey, Rick, Mac Engel, Fort Worth Star Telegram. Rick, the fact that you won this game.
Mac, sorry, I accidentally muted you. Mac, start over, please. My bad. Yep, we're good.
Okay.
My fault. Sorry, guys.
It's all right. Mac Engel, Fort Worth Star Telegram. Rick, the fact that you won this game with production coming from the likes of Hardaway and Dorian Finney-Smith and Maxi Kleber all in the fourth quarter, what does that do for their individual confidence and then your confidence as a team, knowing you can win games like that without being carried by Luka and KP there in the fourth?
Yeah, we've got a confident group overall, really. And look, I thought Josh Richardson played a very important role in this game. He made big shots. He was great defensively. The shot he made, I think, at the end of the third quarter was a huge play and a huge momentum play. And look, and here's a guy that, with 3 games in the season, was asked to go from a starting role, which he's been for the last 5 years, to to coming off the bench. And that's hard. That's hard and it's difficult. But he was willing to do it. And his response tonight, was tremendously important. Brunson, this guy's been he's been playing in big games his whole life, and he couldn't wait to play in the playoffs. He didn't play a perfect game today. Nobody did, but he had a very consistent attitude about how he was going to approach it. And that's the way our whole team does it. You go from Hardaway, you go like Trey Burke, who didn't even get in the game today. This guy's going to be ready to play. Powell, who played short minutes, during a stretch where they were throwing a frustrating switching defense at us. He came in there and made some really positive things happen, So, look, we're a strength in numbers operation. Luka is a great player, and KP is a great player. But, as a team, we know that everybody has got to be ready and everybody's got to pull their weight when called upon. And today we were able to do that, which is great. And the challenge going forward is going to be to maintain the edge and keep the fight.
Thanks, Rick.
Thank you.
Sorry about that.
Did you hear what he said about KP? He said KP was patient tonight.
Yeah, he had no choice but to be patient. The ball wasn't coming to him, in the way that it might have in previous situations. KP, I thought he did, again, he's just in an unfortunate situation where people are always going to look at him and judge him by how many points he scores and all that stuff. But basketball, you can affect the game in other ways outside of scoring. And it just, overall, it wasn't a great game for him. But I mean, if Coach Carlisle knows what's going on in that locker room, I think he has a good hand on his team and what's going on. And they'll find ways to get him involved. They'll find ways. I'm not worried about it. Let's be thankful that they got a dub, and let's move on. Let's not sit here and critique and style point KP tonight. The game is much bigger than that.
Well, speaking of style point, let's speak to the guy who had the most style points. That would be your nephew, Luka Doncic, step back Jack with the triple Doncic tonight. Let's hear what he had to say.
Okay, Luka, let's go ahead and start with Kevin.
Luka, you said post game you were reminded how much fun it is to play in the playoffs. In a win like this, how much fun did you have out there playing in that competitive atmosphere with the Clippers tonight?
Oh, it was great. Like I said, playoffs are fun, especially they're more fun if you win, obviously. But it's a fun basketball. I think it's fun for the fans to watch it, and that's it.
McMahon?
Tim McMahon, ESPN. Luka, what did you think of the way that they approached defending you from early on switching stuff and then, later in the game sending doubles and kind of how you handled that?
I think I just got to adjust, when they don't double, attack it. But when they double, there's somebody who's going to be open, and just got to read the game. And that's the point for me.
Okay, Callie?
Luka, Rick said that he kind of views this time of year as your best time of year. So I'm curious, why do you think that when the stakes are the highest, you tend to be at your very best?
I mean, I don't know. I hope it, that I'm at my best, but I think that's far away. I'm only in my third season, so I got still a lot to learn. But we just go out there, have fun, and try to win the game.
Last one in English, Matt.
Luke Engel, Fort Worth Star-Telegram. That fourth quarter, you had 1 point, and it looked like they went at you a lot. Were you tired in that fourth quarter?
I mean, they were double teaming. First of all, I think almost every possession. My legs were kind of like sore. How to say sore? But no, we won the game, man. That's all that matters for me. If I have 0 or 15 points in the last quarter.
Okay, and we're going to move into Spanish. Please announce your name and outlet. Pedro?
We don't need to listen to Spanish. Shout out to our Latino peeps out there, Latino and Latina peeps. But Billy,
Pedro,
Pablo, all those guys over there, big shout out to them. But Billy, I've got him. I've got your guy right here. I've got him. The guy who has been criticized all night. We got him potted up. Kristaps Porzingis is here. He is ready to go. Check him out.
All right, Kristaps, we will get right into questions. Callie, why don't you start us out?
Hey, Kristaps, this is Callie Kaplan with the Dallas Morning News. You mentioned that you had to be especially patient today, especially when Kawhi was guarding you. I'm curious, how much of that was something that you expected coming in to kind of have to be patient and wait for those touches, and how much of that is going to be something that you guys will now need to adjust to moving forward?
Yeah, as you said, patience is a big thing, not get frustrated, to feel like, I'm out of the offense and just do what's best for the team. So we're gonna adjust, next game, I think, and that's it. That was a great team win.
Kevin?
Hey, KP, Kevin Gray, 105 through the Fan, Dallas, Texas. Can you talk about the growth and development of Dorian Finney-Smith and his ability to play with poise down the stretch and what he meant for you guys today?
Yeah, Do's been hitting big shots all season long. He's not afraid of taking whatever shot is given to him late game. We know he can knock him down. And he's been great. He's been playing very consistent, very selfless, and that's the type of guy you want to have on your team when you're trying to win.
Brad?
Yeah, Kristaps, Brad Townsend from the Dallas Morning News. What do you think it says about your team's growth since last year's playoffs that you could win a playoff game when you had some struggles? Luka scores 1 point in the fourth quarter, and all your other guys stepped up.
Yeah, I think we have a lot of weapons. As I said, we have a lot of tools, and that we can use. I had a off night tonight, and we're still able to get the win. And other guys stepped up, played great. Tim played great. Dodo, Luka had a huge game. I'm sure they're going to make some adjustments, but we're also going to get better, and it's going to be a fun second game.
Okay, Chuck.
Hey, KP, Chuck Cooperstein, Mavs Radio. Kind of along these lines, it seems like the growth of your team as it relates to poise in the fourth quarter in close games compared to last year. It seems like that's the biggest difference in your team right now, and the thing that could allow you to go to places that you want to go to.
Yeah, I believe so too. And that comes with experience. That poise comes with experience, being in those situations, and having lost last season to them gives us that extra bit of experience that we need. But the series are long. First game, we did what we expected ourselves to do and expected us to do, and that's it. On to the next one.
Rainis, we'll be asking in Latvian.
Mm-hmm.
Reinis Vācis, ziņu portāls Delfi, apsveic Krista par uzvaru. Ko tev vispār personīgi šie playoff nozīmē, kāds jūties pirms šīs spēles, ņemot vērā, ka pagājušajā gadā jau labi uzsāki, tad savainos man, lai patraucēs šogad?
All right, that was the Spanish portion. Again, shout out to our Latino peeps. But real quick, Billy, again, if anybody missed it, me and Billy are giving away a Luka Doncic jersey. Okay, we are willing to pay to have a jersey shipped to you. All you have to do is go subscribe to our YouTube channel. Type in bFb Mavs, bFb DFW. Click on subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification. When you finish, either DM me or Billy and say done, and we're gonna raffle this thing off. The last game. Hey, listen, if the Mavericks make it to the next round, we're still gonna keep this thing going. It's just whenever the Mavericks get eliminated from the playoffs, we're gonna give a Luka Doncic jersey away. A nice Luka Doncic. Ain't we talk about that little cheap thing over at we spending some money on this thing. Yeah. No, we're not talking about one of those jerseys. We talk about something that costs some change here. So go to YouTube, subscribe to the channel, bFb Mavs, bFb DFW. Subscribe, DM either me or Billy, and say done, and we got you. Do you want anything you want to take away from what Porzingis had to say real quick?
No, man. I like KP's not tone. I'm sorry. I like his mindset. He understands that tonight wasn't his night. He could have done more, but again, it wasn't his night. He has to remain patient. What I don't want to see is him blowing up because he's not getting looks. Excuse me. I just think that he understands his role on his team. I think that he understands that the Mavericks, this is a series. Every game is not going to be your game. Just like every game is not going to be Luka's game. Luka's going to have opportunities, but sometimes Luka's going to have to rely on KP to step up, and some of those other guys, as we mentioned, Finney-Swish and THJ and Brunson and all those different guys. There's going to be different guys who are going to have to step up. This is the NBA playoffs. It's not a one-man show. You're going to have to rely on guys. So KP just needs to wait his time, and when his opportunities come, just take advantage of them. And I think we'll see a much better showing from him in game 2.
I think so too. But like I told you earlier, I'm not upset if it comes to his more defensive defensive more this round than it is to scoring. I'm fine with that. So I'm okay if it comes more defense than offense this series. But let's go with a guy who was hot tonight. I don't know if you can say his fish grease hot, but he was hot, and that's Dorian Finney-Swish up here. Let's check him out.
Yeah, I'll be struggling.
Eddie?
Hey, Dorian, nice game tonight. Eddie Sefko from Mavs.com. I just was wondering, Rick said again that how much you had to improve on and change your shooting from when you came into this league to where you are now. How tough was that when you had to do that? I mean, he said, did you just kind of have to rework and basically build a new shot?
It was tough, man, especially when I did make the change. I didn't get that immediate result I wanted it like my first 2 years when I changed it, but it just been getting better ever since. No, that's always tough when you make a change. If you don't get them results, most guys tend to want to go back to their old shot. But I just stuck with it, and I'm making shots now.
Brad?
Hey, Dorian. Brad Townsend, Dallas Morning News. Can you compare the poise level of this team, compared to last year, and what maybe you guys drew from last year that's helping this year?
Just being in them situations over and over again. I think last year kind of helped us this year with, when the game get down to the wire, we got to, get that one more stop or, that one more rebound, we just got to get that extra effort, and I think we did a good job today.
McMahon?
McMahon, ESPN. Dodo, they had Zubas on you a lot, especially early in the game. What do you think of that matchup, both in terms of what you can do in it and what you guys can do putting him in pick and rolls? And do you anticipate seeing much more of that in the series?
Yeah, we figured they was going to put Zubac either on me or Maxey. So we just wanted to make sure we would be ready to shoot whenever guys penetrate because, most bigs tend to, go to the rim and try to block shots when guys penetrate. So I'm just going to be ready to shoot. I think either me or Maxey will be happy whoever we guard because we're going to get shots that day.
Cato?
Tim Cato with The Athletic. Dorian, you were just talking about the retooling of your shot that you did. Obviously, it was unfortunate that season you had that you were out injured for a large portion of it. Was that a season that also, like the byproduct of it is that you were able to really work on that shot? Was that a moment that was helpful in the development of that?
That year was I had made that change, but I was just getting reps, while I was hurt. I got to play like the last 15, but I didn't make shots like I wanted to, and then it just carry on that summer league. I still ain't made shots like I wanted to, but I just kept sticking with it. And Cuban and coach was telling me I'm shooting the hell out of the ball in practice, so I just need to shoot it the same way in the game.
Dwayne?
Dwayne Price, Mavs.com. Dodo, when Luka has it going like that, what kind of confidence does that give you guys as a team?
When Luka get going, I just try. Well, me personally, I just try to stay ready because I know they're about to start trapping him, and that's when you get to finding people, slinging the ball across the court, finding guys when they open.
Okay, last one will be Kevin.
Hey, Dorian, you've made more clutch threes than any other player on this Mavericks team and had a chance to show it off tonight against the Clippers. What has made you so effective in these moments and with your confidence and poise in big game situations like this now?
I just know, again, they're gonna send two guys at Luka, and you just gotta be ready to shoot. Most times in the game, people trying to get the ball out of LD hands. I just know us four got to be ready to shoot.
All right, awesome. Thank you, everybody.
Okay. Did you still need to do that, or you want me to finish up this last one real quick?
Yeah, we can run Timmy.
Okay. All right, let's get to Tim real quick.
Okay, Kevin.
Hey, Tim, Kevin Gray of 105 through the Fan, Dallas, Texas. 21 points tonight. How important was it to steal the momentum and the home court advantage in this series, given how tough this Clippers team by what you guys did tonight?
I think, just battling with the guys, making sure that we knew they were going to make their run at some point in the game, probably for a couple of stretches, but just had to make sure we weathered the storm and made sure that once we got stops, capitalized. And we did that at the end of the fourth, and they started to double Luka, so we just tried to do a great job. The other guys that was on the floor to be aggressive when that happens and try to find the open man.
Tim?
Tim McMahon, ESPN. Tim, I was actually going to ask you about kind of what goes through your mind when you see they're starting to send two at Luka.
Oh, I mean, it should feel good. I mean, because you got opportunity to get an open shot if the ball is moving the correct way, or once you get the ball out of the trap, you are that man that makes the plays, and you're a playmaker at that point. So you should just, when that happens, just be aggressive, make the easy play, hit singles in that aspect of the game, and just try to do the best you can to not turn the ball over.
Brad?
Yeah, Tim, Brad Townsend, Dallas Morning News. Do you think this is a game you guys would have won last year with Luka scoring 1 point in the fourth quarter?
Yeah, what also helps is having a big fella out there and not getting thrown out the game the first game in the playoffs. So I think that helps out a lot.
Tim?
Tim Cato, The Athletic. I know you guys always, after a win, after a game like this, you're always looking forwards. What are some things that you think you can be even better at throughout this series?
Just limit my turnovers. Their guys did a great job of knocking down open threes. So just got to do a better job of closing out, being better in that aspect of the game. And just trying to do the best we can to look at the positives and carry that over. We know they're a great team. They do a great job defending the ball and defending actions. And we already know next game is going to be a dogfight. So we just got to be ready and come out prepared.
We're going to do the last one, Mac, and then Dorian's in the room. I'm going to lower everybody's hands, and you can re-raise for Dorian. Mac, go ahead.
Tim, Mac Engel with the Fort Worth Star-Telegram. Can you specify if anything felt differently about this playoff game tonight than last year in Game 1 against the Clippers, about the atmosphere and just your team in general?
Yeah, I think it was definitely the atmosphere. Seeing fans in there felt really, really good. Actually seeing people sitting courtside felt good. It felt in the norm as well. And I think that's just a big takeaway from the difference between last year and this year, is that atmosphere and that presence of fans being in the arena and watching and making sure that the opposing team isn't making free throws or doing anything to distract you. So I think that just levels up your awareness and levels up your concentration even more when you're on the road.
Okay, awesome. Thanks, Tim.
All right, that was our last interview. Again, before I let everybody know, I don't know. In Spanish, I died. That was our last interview. But like we said, with the Luka Doncic jersey giveaway, go subscribe to our page. Let us know when you've done it. Either DM me or Billy, and we'll put you in the raffle to win the Luka Doncic jersey. Whenever the Mavs, if the Mavs go to the finals, we'll do it. Or if the Mavs get eliminated, if or when the Mavericks get eliminated or go to the finals, we will raffle off a Luka Doncic jersey. Thank you to everybody that's tuned in. We'll be back Tuesday night. It's going to be a late one Tuesday night because they play at like 9:30, so we'll be on late. But Billy had to step off real quick, but we'll be back Tuesday. Hey, keep your feet on the ground. Keep reaching for the stars. Always do what's best for business. And if we don't see you around, then we'll see you around.